I'm back for more on the River Severn after Chub. Everything identical to yesterday's session. Let's just hope that the one difference is I get a fish on the bank. I left home at 1:15 and I was scraping ice off the car. So it's a very cold day. I'm here, I've just cast out, and I looked at the time and it's just about when I'm going to make an appearance on Bayside Radio. So the wonders of modern technology is that I can be fishing and listening to myself talking about angling at the same time. There's a song going on at the moment. I won't put that up too loud because YouTube and others can sometimes block things when there's music on there, but when I am on there, I'll be back.
You can sit and listen to Stuart there. Now, if you ladies out there think, what's more boring than fishing? Jeff, what you put in is, well, have a listen first, because Stuart isn't boring. He's feel the passion of his fishing. I remember Stuart at the Ganwick when he came to stop at our house, and
we've been friends a long time.
Freezing cold. I don't know what month it was. It was probably around about this time of year. But
February. We
had snow, frost, and he had a little beard in them days, or a little goatee. And when I went to pick him up from Deganwy by the side of the river there, the frost on his beard was literally white, his beard with frost. And he was sitting there, and he said, and he'd caught one fish. It was about 6 or 7 inches. And I remember him saying, if I hadn't have stuck it all day, I wouldn't have caught that fish.
As long as your bait's in the water.
Now, that's passion for you. And that's dedication to his sport. So that's who we've got bringing us the fishing. After this next track, and what track can I start off before his fishing programme? Well, I thought this one by Thomas Brett, More Time Fishing.
Sounds good to me, Jeff.
Fisherman in the UK, and he's been fishing since
his words, not mine.
Started fishing, Stu. Welcome to Bayside.
Hello, Jeff. That's a very impressive welcome indeed. I was a child when I started, and that's way back in the 1960s, so a considerable number of years now.
Yeah, and I know through knowing you for so long, you're just so passionate about it, aren't you? And you know, you do that blog that you do, the Angling Rev, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
I've been blogging since July 2003.
A labour of love.
That's again a good number of years under my belt.
Yeah, tremendous. Well, thanks for coming and speaking to us about fishing each week, Stuart. It's great of you to do that, because I know, you know the area where we live up here in North Wales, although of course this goes out across Wales in itself. But I've seen pictures on your Facebook page of the different spots up here in North Wales that you've been to sea fishing.
I'm watching my rod tip while I'm doing this.
Mostly because you live in Sedgley, course fishing and in a different. So, if anybody's listening in now and they're interested in fishing but have never fished, what would you say to them?
Well, if you're interested in fishing, that's a good start. I would say that there are many reasons why you should take up fishing. One of them is, of course, that you're out there in the great outdoors, the fresh air. And especially with the COVID situation in the last couple of years, we've become much more aware of mental health issues and how important it is to be out there, not just to be in the fresh air, though, in the great outdoors, but also to have a hobby. I think hobbies are so important, Jeff. And I come from a generation where we had hobbies, we tried lots of things.
It was the Lars, of course. One is great. I told you you'd enjoy it with Stuart Blow. Stuart will be back next Thursday, of course, with some more fishing. And Stuart will also be back tomorrow, because Stuart is going to do every Friday a spot on Welsh football round about 3:15 and talk about the weekend's fixtures and Colwyn Bay. And Stuart is the media officer for New Saints football team. Of course, 12 points, I think it is, clear of the Welsh Premier League, and he travels all over abroad and everywhere. As you heard there, where he was talking about his fishing, and he knows everything about Welsh football. And of course, Colwyn Bay's new manager, Steve Evans, used to be the captain of New Saints, and Stuart knows him well. So he'll be talking about Colwyn Bay's new manager tomorrow, around about 3:15. So don't forget to tune in if you want to hear more of Stuart. There's Martina.
I enjoyed that, the very first one on Bayside Radio, based in Colwyn Bay in North Wales. So every Thursday afternoon about 2:15 we'll be talking football, fishing. There's a dog just come to see me here, a random dog. And then Friday afternoon about 3:15 we will be talking Welsh football. So looking forward to those two slots every week. Baysideradio.co.uk. You can listen on the internet or on DAB or FM. Football and fishing, not a bad life, is it? And drinking tea while you're waiting for a bite. If it was cold this afternoon, it most certainly was. As the day wore on, I fished an hour into dark. I wanted to go longer, but the rod rings were frozen every time I cast out, reeled in again. Solid pieces of ice. It became impossible to fish, actually. Very, very difficult conditions. I had a few little plucks just before dark. I suspect, though, that they were small roach as opposed to the big chub that I was after. Never mind. As always, tomorrow. And on the way back home tonight, I think the cold must have got to my brain because I'm going to listen to some Doris Day.